Ethics hearing concludes in judge's case with his peers to decide if he crossed the line. While his peers are making up his mind, let's make up our own minds. Let's watch this video of a judge who was pulled over by a police officer for texting using his cell phone while driving in West Virginia.
West Virginia 287 Sierra November 820.
What's the problem?
How you doing, sir? The reason I'm stopping you,
Judge Williams, I don't. Why did you stop?
you had your cell phone in your hand.
I had my phone like this.
Yeah.
I just lost it. I was just looking for it. Pulled it up like this. Was not on it. I just looked in the. Go up and look.
Okay, why are you screaming at me?
Sir, I
You have your
wasn't
license,
doing
registration, proof of
anything.
insurance? You have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You have your license, registration,
I'm
proof
not
of
going to give
insurance?
you my license and registration.
You were supposed to know. You cannot have a
I had my
handheld.
phone just like this. I was not on my phone.
In what state of West Virginia, you cannot have a handheld cell phone.
This is good already.
You aren't ever on yours, right? You're never on yours. I drive by a lot of times and y'all are on yours. You're never on yours, right?
Okay, I don't understand
You're
why you're
never
yelling
on
at
yours.
me. Why are you yelling at me, sir?
I said you're never on yours.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you.
Yes, you have been. I've never raised my
Let me
voice
tell
at
you
you.
something. You all are on yours. I was not
If you read
talking
the code says that if we're conducting official business, you can be on it. I just don't know why you're yelling at me.
No, not on official business.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you, sir. Why are you so uptight? Huh?
Then give me a ticket.
What's going on?
Give me a ticket.
Why are you so shaky? What's going on?
I'm irritated because you pulled me over for no reason.
You had your cell phone in your hand.
I picked up my cell phone because I had it lost.
Okay.
I pulled it up here and I had my hand on it here.
Okay.
To put it in here.
You
That's
know
what
the law,
you saw.
though. You know the law.
So what? What if I have a cup in my hand?
You can't have a cell phone in the state of West Virginia in your hand.
Give me a ticket.
I don't.
Write me a ticket.
I just don't understand why
Go
you're.
give me a ticket. Write me a ticket. And I'll take it up to the town office and I'll go to trial. Give me a ticket. Go ahead. It's ridiculous what you're doing.
How is it ridiculous?
It's ridiculous.
That you had your cell phone in your
Because
hand.
you all have yours. I've seen it many times. Y'all have yours and you don't get pulled over. And don't tell me it's on official business. I hear your cases every day in court.
Okay, what's that
So
mean?
give me a ticket. Give me a ticket. Give me a ticket. I'm really irritated about this whole. Go ahead and give me a ticket.
But why are you being like this to me? I've never done nothing to you in my whole life.
You just pulled me over for no reason.
Because you had your cell phone in your hand.
Pulled me over for no reason.
You had your cell phone. Okay.
He's just doing his job.
Hey man, what are you counting? 27 West Virginia break. Echo 290-210.
Do the police sometimes act above the law? Well, yeah. And in circumstances like that, the cell phone in the hand, okay. But they should be vigilant about policing themselves, too. What if we had an officer who was just the police for the police? And they drove around and did traffic stops on police. What if every city or borough police department had one or more of those individuals? Not a bad idea, huh? This guy coming right out the gate with "I'm a judge." You know.
Go ahead.
Echo 290-210 to a Charles Williams of Moorfield. Expires 4 of 21 on an expired Class E 0 points, 2975 clear bid.
10-4.
Did they say expired license? Expired registration? I didn't catch that completely. If so, that's going to equal another ticket for Judge Williams. And, you know, Judge Williams, let's see here. Let me see something here. I don't know if this case has already been resolved or not. So maybe we can take a look and see what the eventual outcome was. Or perhaps we're still pending the decision. While the officer goes about writing up this ticket. It looks like while the trial itself has concluded, a decision has not been made yet. This video is about 8 minutes long. I don't know if the whole time they're, you know, I don't know how much of this is just the officer sitting here because I wanted to do a live reaction. I wanted you guys to catch me in a live reaction, so I didn't watch the video beforehand or cut it out. I have to say though, this one's already better than the video I did yesterday, the county commissioner who was stopped, who tried to pull rank. Like I said, I'm an attorney. I never once pulled rank, but I did bring up that I was not that I can.
Who does that come back to?
Hold on. Hello? Yes. No, I haven't even wrote it yet. I'm probably not going to write it. Oh my God. Okay, well, he's literally just screaming at me and everything else. For no reason.
Sounds like a young officer too, doesn't he?
Alright. Okay. I've tried. He's just screaming at me. And then he said that he reviews or looks at our cases every day and we do wrong, blah 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 blah. So. Mm-hmm.
Called the chief. Looks like he called the chief.
All right. Okay, well.
Equal justice under the law.
Hello? Yeah. You can write me a ticket or not, I don't care. I'll take it up to town. We'll go to a trial, buddy. That's fine with me. And I tell you what, the next time I see any of you on the phone, I'm stopping right there and call the state police. Any of them. Okay. This is how I had my phone. I reached down, got it under my seat. I pulled it up here and I was driving like this. I was not talking on it. You can look. You can look when you pull me over. See whether I was on my phone.
Why are you being like this?
I'm being it because I've seen this crap enough. And I'm tired of it.
Here you go. Here's your license, registration, privilege insurance.
Give it to me. Let me have my license now.
Also, you need to go get your license up to date because they're expired, okay?
Next time
Wow. All right, let's read through the article and then I'll complete my reaction here. Oh, whoops. Don't give me that. Oh, no, crap. What happened here? What is going on? I hate when that happens. Okay, I don't know how to shrink it back down. All right, an ethics hearing focused on whether a West Virginia judge pulled rank after a traffic stop has concluded, with members of the Judicial Hearing Board laying the groundwork for recommendations in the case over the next few months. Sorry. Excuse me. I just went on a walk and I got some allergies acting up. This is one where I wish we had a jury so someone else could make the hard decision, but that's not the hand we've been dealt, said Judge Michael Lawrenson, a Berkeley Circuit judge who presided over the 3-day judicial ethics hearing, praising lawyers on each side for the quality of their presentations. The ethics case of Judge Carter Williams of Hardy County was heard over 3 days by members of the Judicial Hearing Board. 3 circuit judges, 1 magistrate, 1 family court judge, 1 mental hygiene commissioner, juvenile referee, special commissioner, special master, or former judge or justice, state or federal, and 3 members of the public. Woo! I mean, that's pretty much a jury. The range of possible punishment for Judge Williams ranges from admonishment to a fine to suspension to loss of his law license. Pretty hefty. The state Supreme Court has the last word in these cases. Allegations against the judge include running afoul of compliance in the law, undermining confidence in the judiciary, eroding the prestige of judicial office, diminishing the ideals of impartiality and fairness, and violating codes of judicial and professional conduct. That's a lot of counts. Scrutiny began July 11th, 2021, when Williams went out for ice cream with his family. Started to drive home. I didn't see anybody else in the car. Picked up a cell phone he had dropped. Got pulled over by Moorfield police officer Devontae Johnson for having the phone in his hand while driving. Berated the patrolman and called multiple local officials, including the patrolman's supervisor, while the traffic stop was still going on. That was the most unprofessional part, in my opinion. "What's the problem?" Williams asks as the officer approaches his stopped vehicle. "How you doing, sir?" says Johnson, the patrolman. "The reason I was stopping you," the judge interjects. "Judge Williams, why did you stop me?" "Yeah, I thought it was hilarious how he immediately pulled rank." Come on, dude. Okay. Williams took the stand this week to acknowledge flying off the handle, but he denied trying to leverage the authority and prestige of his office. "From day one, I said that my conduct on July 11th last year was unbecoming of a judge. I said it was disrespectful and rude." He later added, "I made a federal case out of it. Just silly. Made a federal case out of it. I've regretted it since and tried to make right on it since." I tend to agree with him. I think it was disrespectful and rude. I'm not sure that he pulled rank, but maybe those phone calls crossed the line. Investigators say in hours following the stop, wow, Williams called the supervising officer, Lieutenant Melody Burrows, multiple times, called Moorfield Police Chief Stephen Riggleman, and called the town's former police chief, Steve Reckert. Now that is going too far. In testimony Tuesday, Reckert recounted he was expressing his displeasure in some of the criminal cases that were being brought to his court and advised he had some leeway in some of those cases but that he might look at them tighter in the future. So in this circumstance, because he's getting a ticket, he's claiming that he may retaliate against the police in their cases. That is wrong. Moorfield Mayor Carol Zuber testified this week. Judge Williams went to her home 10 p.m. the night of the traffic stop. Excuse me. Oh my God, did he make a federal case of it? He was upset. He said, "I really hate to do this to you, but you'll have to do something with the police officers," and then proceeded to tell me that he was pulled over because they accused him of holding his cell phone, talking on his cell phone. Dude, this isn't the 1830s or 40s in the Wild West, okay? She continued, "He made the indication that all of my officers, that I needed to straighten them up. He said they were a bunch of young men, that they were kids." Well, they certainly sound young. The judge testified he never said he would change the rulings in his courtroom based on the views he expressed. "I never said I was going to change my rulings. Wouldn't have done that. Would never do that. But you did say that you were going to look at them in a stricter manner, which is probably close to crossing that line." formal statement of charges. Let's see here. Boy, look at this bad boy. This is a 24-page document. And let me say this. When you get involved in disciplinary board proceedings as a practicing attorney, you know, those disciplinary prosecutors are extremely detail-oriented. You can see here, Teresa Tarr, counsel, West Virginia Bar, the Judicial Investigation Committee. Okay, that's not something you want to be a part of if you're an attorney. And honestly, that's the one thing that attorneys fear the most. Now, we get a lot of BS filings against us, but a real one that has some teeth and that they decide to follow up on, boy, you better count your chickens, you know, because you're going to be in some significant trouble here. So this individual is a practicing lawyer. He passed the bar in 1991. It's interesting because I don't know what kind of judge he is, if he's like a magistrate, like a lower courts judge, which it appears that he is. In Pennsylvania, you don't have to be an attorney to be a lower court judge, but to be at the Court of Common Pleas, you do. I will give you my official opinion here, but before we do that, raise your cup, your glass in the air, take a sip with me. It tastes better when we sip together. Cheers. Welcome to Joe the Lawyer. We're 15 minutes in. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Also, check out my Instagram for updates on my law firm, which is Joe Pometto Law. I've been having a lot of great case results. If you want to check that out, go ahead and take a look. So what I'm seeing here is a guy who was extremely upset and juvenile in his reaction, regardless of whether or not he's a judge. Now, when you're a judge or you're in a position of power like that, you should treat these circumstances with the highest degree of professionalism. That's actually how you receive honestly, we all should treat it that way. But, you know, for a private citizen who gets a ticket and they fly off the handle a little bit, that's to be expected to a certain degree. You're just going to have to go and answer for the ticket. But when you're in a role, when you're a police officer, when you're a politician, when you're a judge, when you're a lawyer, you work in these roles, you're held accountable in the greater system. And I'm really surprised that that judge didn't see this coming, that this was going to backfire on him. And for him to act smarter in the moment. Then again, our rage sometimes gets a hold of us, but that's no excuse for his behavior after the fact. What I find more problematic is him calling that chief and saying, I'm going to have to take a closer look at these cases, and then also making all those phone calls, meeting with all those individuals in order to deal with what is likely, you know, a $200 ticket. I mean, just pay the ticket and move on, sir. Really a juvenile reaction. Now, to say that he crossed the line as far as ethics is concerned, well, I'd have to read this entire complaint and research the law to say if that's the case. But I will say I don't think that he did as far as his reaction right there on the spot with the officer, okay? He was angry. That can be forgiven. His reactions afterwards are a bit more worrisome to me. Let's take a look again at what he is charged with here. Running afoul of compliance with the law. Yeah, I mean, for the ticket, undermining confidence in the judiciary, eroding prestige of judicial office, diminishing the ideals of impartiality and fairness. That, I think, is what he may, in fact, be guilty of. And, you know, it was just one day where he went off the handle. If I was on that disciplinary board, and we will follow up with this, I might find him in violation, but I wouldn't go as so far as to damage his license or take him out of his job. Maybe you can issue some sort of discipline, such as, you know, a statement of discipline, something like that. That would be what I would recommend. I don't believe this calls for his license being suspended or being revoked or being in jeopardy or losing his position and job. But if it happens again, maybe that's something we consider. For a single incident like this, I do believe he diminished the ideas of impartiality and fairness with the telephone calls that he made. And so in that sense, you know, I think he probably will be found guilty and he will get some discipline, but I don't think it will be that harsh. However, this was a much better video than the one I did yesterday on the county commissioner. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Joe Pometto, Joe the Lawyer. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you want me to cover certain stories, go ahead, drop them in the comments or send me an email. You can find my email in the description. Follow my Instagram. All right, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll look for the result of this. And, you know, this one interests me. I'm in Pittsburgh, right down the road from Country Roads, West Virginia. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.